Hi everybody! Today I want to talk to you about gastroparesis, what it is, who gets it, how it's connected to conditions like Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS, and POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, and finally, how my experience with the carnivore diet has helped me manage gastroparesis. It's a big part of my health journey, and I'm excited to share with you what I've learned. So let's start with the basics. Gastroparesis is a condition where your stomach doesn't empty food the way it's supposed to. Normally, the muscles in your stomach contract to move food into the small intestine. But with gastroparesis, these muscles don't work properly, so food stays in your stomach much longer than it should. This can cause symptoms like nausea and vomiting, feeling full after just a few bites, bloating, abdominal pain, heartburn or acid reflux, and in some cases, weight loss or malnutrition because your body isn't digesting food well. Gastroparesis is not just an uncomfortable condition, it can really affect your quality of life. Who gets gastroparesis and why? Well, gastroparesis can happen for several reasons. The most common cause is diabetes, because high blood sugar can damage the vagus nerve, which controls the muscles in the stomach. But gastroparesis can also be caused by surgery, infections, or even certain medications. However, in my case, and in many others, gastroparesis can be linked to Ehlers-Danlos syndrome or POTS. If you're familiar with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS, you know it affects connective tissue in the body. Connective tissues are found in the skin, joints, and even the digestive system. In people with EDS, the connective tissue can be too stretchy or fragile, which can make the muscles in the stomach weak or uncoordinated. That's how gastroparesis can develop in people with EDS, because the stomach muscles don't function properly and food doesn't move through the digestive system as it should. In my case, being diagnosed with EDS helped me understand why my stomach wasn't working properly and how gastroparesis fit into the bigger picture of my health. Now let's talk about POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. POTS is a condition where the body has trouble regulating blood flow and blood pressure, especially when you stand up. But POTS can also affect other parts of the body, including digestion. For many people with POTS, blood flow to the digestive organs can be reduced, which can make gastroparesis worse. If your digestive system isn't getting enough blood flow, the muscles in your stomach can't work as well, which slows down the process of emptying food from the stomach. So while POTS doesn't exactly cause gastroparesis, it can definitely trigger it or make symptoms worse. Now let's get to the good part. Let's move to something that has been a game changer for me, the carnivore diet. The carnivore diet is simple. It's all about eating animal-based foods like meat, fish, animal fats, eggs, butter, pork, and lamb. And for someone like me with gastroparesis, this way of eating has made a huge difference. Here's why the carnivore diet can help with gastroparesis. 1. Lower fiber intake. One of the biggest challenges with gastroparesis is that fiber-rich foods can take even longer to digest. Since the carnivore diet eliminates all plant foods and their fiber, it allows the stomach to focus on digesting easily absorbed proteins and fats. This means less bloating, less discomfort, and easier digestion overall. Number 2, smaller portions, more nutrition. Animal-based foods are very nutrient dense. You can eat smaller portions and still get the nutrition you need. For me, this helped a lot because one of the major symptoms of gastroparesis is feeling full after just a few bites. On the carnivore diet, I could eat smaller amounts without feeling too full, but I was still getting the right nutrients. Easier digestion. Animal proteins and fats tend to be easier for the body to digest when compared to fibrous plant foods. Eating simple meals of meat and fat gave my stomach a break and helped ease some of the nausea and the pain. I want to share a personal part of my journey with gastroparesis. At one point, I was told that gastric bypass surgery might be a solution for my gastroparesis. I was also a candidate because of my weight. This is a surgery where they change the size of your stomach, and the idea was that it would help food move through the system faster. Several months after the surgery, my issues with gastroparesis were not better, and I asked the doctor about this, and he told me that he never said that to me. As a matter of fact, gastric bypass surgery can make gastroparesis worse because of the manipulation of the stomach, which alters the way that it functions for life. For years, I have dealt with gastroparesis because of having Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome and having had gastric bypass surgery. And I honestly thought that there was nothing I could do to help the issues that gastroparesis was causing me. It was painful and debilitating and life-altering, as it had a huge impact on my nutritional health. One day I heard from a friend of mine about Dr. Ken Berry and the Carnivore diet, and I decided to give it a try for 90 days. That has been the best decision I have made concerning my health. My gastroparesis improved without the need for surgery, and it improved quickly. I had every gastro issue that you can have short of cancer, and on top of my list of things that are better, and it's a long list, starting Carnivore was my answer to my gastrointestinal issues. My gastrointestinal issues are probably number 3 on my list of things that are better. I feel more in control of my health, and the improvements are life-changing. Now, I'm not saying that this will work for everyone with gastroparesis, but I'm sharing my experience because it gave me a path to manage my symptoms in a natural way. So if you or someone you know is dealing with gastroparesis, especially if you also have conditions like EDS or POTS, there are options beyond medications and surgeries. The carnivore diet worked for me by reducing fiber, simplifying digestion, and helping my body get the nutrients it needs. Thanks for listening to my story and my experience with gastroparesis. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And remember, always work with your healthcare provider to find the best treatment for your body.